What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. We're going to take a look at two games today from some live streams that I did about a week or two ago on Twitch that both used pretty similar strategies and I thought were pretty fun. That's good, and we're looking at a game with a Tavern Tier 7 with beasts, undead, quillboar, mechs, and pirates. So some really powerful stuff. Avenge 2, give your minions +1 health permanently. I actually think the Broodmother would be pretty good with both mechs and undead. Maybe not as much with beasts. But mechs and undead. I'm thinking the free whelp is really good with. There's just a lot of good Avenge stuff right now. There is the level 4 mech that deals out bombs. Is a good pickup, I think. But maybe I just want to go for Busker always. This is synergy with the hero power for sure. Mechano-Tank. Let's just take the econ here with the Busker. I think the econ's just still big. Take a little bit of damage early to take less damage later when it's more important. Everybody will be dancing and be doing it right. Everybody will be dancing and be doing it right. Alright, so we could have tied this combat with Scallywag. Now we're up against Toki, who picked up a pirate, which also probably means Scallywag. So we could have tied against Toki as well. Toki's also a hero to watch out for in these level 7 lobbies. Seems incredibly unfair that I have the least health among everybody, but that's just a result of going for the Busker. That means nobody else went for Busker this game. So I'm like kind of winning in a weird way. I've got the most econ right now. Wait, is that a fellow Busker? Hello. But they messed up. They didn't bank the econ. So I'm winning. I am definitely winning. Because I'm the only person who can purchase 2 things here or level. Are there big payoffs? Because these payoffs aren't that important. Are there cool payoffs on level 3? Probably. Yeah. Let's go for it here. I'm sure Daryl beats me every time here with the mixed minions. So let's level up. Withered Spearhide plus Prickly Piper could be cool. Handless Forsaken's insane. The anything that summons is definitely going to be at the top of my list. Honestly, maybe I should have just grabbed this stuff so that way I started grabbing some Broodmother triggers. I forgot about my hero power a little bit. Both of those would have been enough to summon 2 dragons because the whelp does fuel future whelps. I believe, at least. So, yeah, that shop was potentially good enough to pick up last turn. But without that, I don't know. Maybe I just go into pirates here. Next turn, I would have access to 8 coin. Not really any other options for me this turn, I don't think, though. I'm not going to buy Tough Tusk. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to buy Tough Tusk, but I mean, I'm not going to buy both of the Quillboar. Because I think that this, especially in a Tier 7 game, is a trap. To just, like, waste any gold. is probably bad. Sort of got 8 gold, so that's 2 rolls. I got 1 free whelp here. I'm sure that's not going to be enough, especially because I didn't hit anything level 3 this turn. Replicating Menace is a whelp and a half just by itself, so that's kind of a crazy pickup. And then Handless Forsaken is also a whelp just by itself. Okay, we survive this hit and then trade with one of these, make a whelp, and trade with that. So, fair enough. We take 5. Whoa. So that put me back down into last place. Not quite. Gallywix is kind of taking it right now. I think I just roll now for summoners. Yeah, I must. Okay. So Deflectobot's also pretty cool. Relentless Sentry does some interesting stuff. Are there any 4s I'm looking for? Rattler's cool. Metalhead goes kind of silly. Sure. It's awkward here, but it gives me 2 gold next turn, so it kind of pays for itself somewhat quickly. And then I could go for the Mechano-Tank, which I think is pretty solid with this hero power. I'm going to want to find ways to taunt up other things. And maybe I just take Relentless Sentry. It's kind of taunt. Again, could grab some taunt next turn in the form of a Noyotron. I'm going to have 10 coin. So that's enough to buy 2 Noyo modules. Put the other thing on it. See if we can find anything better than that, though. A little awkward, but I will start firing off some damage. Looks like it's not quite going to be enough, though, as I will take 5 yet again. I'm having fun. I think that I'm playing this a little bit loose, but I'm also going to be leveling up, I think, more than most people. And basically the goal here is to just grab Recurring Nightmare before anybody else realizes what's happening. So I can level. The question is, like, I definitely want Scallywag. The question is, do I want Micro Mummy or do I want to cycle through Sun Bacon Relaxer to throw some blood gems here? Can also cycle through Patient Scout, try to hit another Scallywag or Micro Mummy, and then it costs less. Yeah, this is a good play. Yeah, Scallywag is great here. Level, buy Scallywag. And I think this is actually a really strong board, because the whelps are also attacking immediately, so I'm just going nutso with Mechano here. I don't know, it seems fun to me. You and I were just ordinary people. I can't quite just level up next turn, so we're going to take a small break on level 4, potentially try to find another tank. Can't really give it Divine Shield without giving it Taunt, so I don't know. Both of these getting Taunt could be good for me. Or we just have to hope that the Mechano doesn't get attacked on the very first combat. My opponent does have Rip Snarl Captain, so we're going to be firing pirates back and forth at each other here. Oh, but I get to take out their Rip Snarls. That's really, really good for me. Cool. All right, didn't get that Avenge off, but we do take out their Rip Snarl. That's kind of an interesting interaction. I don't know if you saw that there. Scallywag, Sky Pirate, got the bonus from a dying Rip Snarl Captain. Pretty interesting, but we get to hit my opponent for 10 there. That's what's important. There's like 2 calibers of players in this lobby. There's me and my friends down here leveling up to 4. And everybody else is also at 4, so... what have you. Probably pick up this. I don't hate the Death Swarmer, but what I think I really want... you know what? I might have even not should have picked up that. Yeah, the thing that I actually want on tier 5... oh wow, double Handless Forsaken. Holy moly. I love both of those. Do I sell South Sea Busker and throw in a pair of Undead? I kind of want to sell this too, so I'm just going to sell out of both of these. But I could keep this in for a moment. That way I bank the gold for next turn. Yeah, that's probably fine. If you forget to ask. This doesn't really need to attack though. So let's put this here. The benefit of putting this earlier means we can reset the sentry, maybe. It doesn't really do much. Alright, Rip Snarl goes down. That's a bit of a bummer. But we'll be able to take out this. Then they've got double Relentless Sentry. That's looking pretty good for them. We actually want to avoid the Relentless Sentries so that way we don't give them more resets, but the Mechano taking out their backline is actually a pretty nice scam for me. And then we take out their second sentry. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, that worked out well. My Mechano did a lot of work there. We hit for damage cap, which I feel pretty good about. And now, all of a sudden, we take a place in the top 5. Not quite the top 4. This one's definitely a level up here. We could sell both of these to put in this, but I don't think that's good enough. I think what I want to sell for... I mean, tempting... but the main thing that I would be interested in here now with all of these summons and the additional Whelp summons is the Champion of the Primus. Otherwise, I'm going to keep leveling up, I think. Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe you never... What is this? Whenever this attacks... Okay, this is a level 6 guy. So there's a lot of beasts now. Octosari could also work here. Or, Hungering Abomination. There's a lot of payoffs in summon comps right now. The biggest one feels like it's Recurring Nightmare. And then just like getting strong by being high leveled and seeing where that takes me. Alright, we take out half of their board here and then we trade with the Foe Reaper. Oh, we don't actually even trade with the Foe Reaper. That gives me 2 Mechano triggers, right? I must have a few of these Mechano triggers pending. There we go. Finish him off there, baby. Cool comp. Very, very cool comp. I'm going to move the Sentry so it doesn't implicate the Mechano by making it susceptible to swipes. Oh my, speak of the summons. Speak of the summons. Holy moly. Yeah, this is just too crazy. This is so many summons. What's a minion of a type I don't control? That would be Beast. So I could use this to find some Beasts later. But if I level and sell 2 things, which is probably just both of my pirates, then I can purchase this. So that seems really good to me. Let's do this. So we just need to knock at the Mechano scammed, and we have a kill on Toki here. And then I'll potentially just rush 7. Where's everybody else at right now? 5, 5, 6, 6, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, Papa Bear is such a huge payoff, but Recurring Nightmare could equally go crazy. Alright, nice. 6 remaining here. Oh, but I guess it's not really going to matter because there's some other wacky stuff going on. Oh, I'm never going to be able to kill this thing with all my tokens. Okay, this is going to shift for a while. That's fine. It also never goes down to the tank. We have so many bonus attacks with this comp, but it takes so long to battle through the barricade here. We're getting through. We're getting through. But it's a very good card against this comp. Wait, they've got a tank too. This is going to take out my tank, unfortunately, here. Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky. We resummon our taunt here, right? Nice. It's got Wind Fury, but we take it down, and then I get my Reborn back up, and it trades for that. This is so wacky. But it looks like we find a win. Wow, they could not get accurate results just because we did so much BS. That's crazy. I've never seen this before. Couldn't get accurate results. That might also be partially because I'm streaming right now too. So that's a little bit of an extra tax on the computer, but that was a wild combat. And now might as well level up to rank 7, right? I could take another horse by selling out of both of my scallywags. Or I could just roll with the extra gold. Let's maybe just roll. No huge payoffs. I mean, Banana Slamma is fun and fine, and the horsies are beasts. But I'm going to just rock with this for one more turn. Gallywix is stopped down on 4 to play with some pirates. I am now in 2nd place in the lobby and really going crazy with the Whelp synergies. I'm curious if this gold makes it happen twice or if it doubles up to 10. I'm not as interested as it doubling up to 10, but if that would gold Mechano-Tank. Let me see if I can load up the internet here, make my computer even slower. It's probably not worth it. Alright, another barricade player and a swipe. Swipe's a little bit nasty. It takes out my taunter, which is unfortunate. I did not know that this shifted up to only have 1 health as well. Okay, the tank goes down. And we'll lose eventually on this combat. Could not get accurate results again. It's kind of a brutal swipe, I think, too. Alright, we're close. We're close to taking out the barricade. Hey, no, not yet, not yet. Barricade, wow, we just barely clear out the barricade. That is so crazy. And then we actually get to trade with anything here. It's like mid-range trade there. I take 15. Gallywix actually hits me for the damage cap. That's kind of an upset, I think. But we knew that they were sticking around on 4, so that they were going to be kind of powerful. Now here's a question, like, taunt this. That's pretty strong for a little bit right now. Let's grab this, because we could also put taunt on Recurring Nightmare. And then there's also Soul Splitter plus a noob. I think these are powerful things. Soul Splitter's interesting with Relentless Sentry. You know what? No, I kind of want to just hit Recurring Nightmare this turn. I mean, I'll settle for some other things, but... could give this taunt and a bunch of other random stats. That might have been a better use of my gold initially. Alright, I got one more roll to hit Recurring Nightmare. One more roll actually. I'm gonna throw one taunt. Oops. Excuse me. One taunt here. Wow, that really lagged. And my opponent does have a swiper, which is not the best for me here, because they are going to be able to take out my Relentless Sentry. If I could have, I would have changed that around more, but there just wasn't time to do it. Slowly start taking out this amalgam here. And now I'm going to go for the Ghast Coiler or the Baby Crush. Oh, I guess Foe Reaper also on the 50-50. I might be dead here. I really have to take out the Ghast Coiler and not take too much damage from whatever it summons. Okay, these are reasonable summons here. Cool. And good combat RNG enough to actually let me win this one. Cool. That's 7-14. Not a kill. The important thing there is that I stay alive. I'm not going to get accurate results out of any of these fights. And then I will play around swipe this turn. But I'm also going to put taunt on Recurring Nightmare, which maybe means I remove taunt on Handless Forsaken. I don't know if I go for Hungering Abomination here, though. I definitely do want Soul Splitter, and I could see playing Fell Stomper now. But I think I want to play as many Undead as I possibly can. So I'm going to pick up Soul Splitter. And then I might pick up Scarlet Skull. Guess I could just cycle through Death Swarmer here, but there's nothing too much else crazier that I can do. Wait, I think oh, shoot. That absolutely smarts. I cycled through my Soul Splitter by accident and hung on to Nerubian Death Swarmer. I did put both of these up here, so I play around swipe, but that is unfortunate. %91 to win, so that's good. But yeah, definitely a little bit awkward how this played out. Battling through this amalgam slowly. Actually, we get to break that Divine Shield. That's kind of cool. And then we get to reset the Divine Shield. Okay, that's funny. And now we break this Divine Shield. Cool. I mean, the Mechano hung around for a long enough time there that is going to be a win. Just awkward that I sold the Soul Splitter because that's a really important piece of the board. And now I got to find another one. Little bit of lag there. Oh, wow. We hit him for 19. That feels like another scam on top of the scam. Is that going to let us sneak into the top 4 at the very least? Yeah, okay. We top 4'd. I don't hate this. But I think we can do better. I think it's too late for a noob. I really want Soul Splitter now. Alright, this is a fine pickup. We might hit another Recurring Nightmare or a King. Or Captain Sanders. Yeah, do I go for Captain? And if so, what do I do? I don't know if either of these actually improve or not. So do I just roll for 6s? Alright, I'm gonna roll for 6s. We're like out of time already somehow. I'm playing in this. I ran out of time to pick up the Captain. Oh well. Telling me 91% to win. Oh no, that was the previous combat. This one, 1% to win, and I'm probably going to take lethal. Alright, fair enough. Fair note. I think there was definitely room to make this board better. What gets awkward with this comp is because my combats are so long, I've got less time in the shop. So I kind of have to just know what I'm doing more than everybody else does. So yeah, that definitely adds like a new little wrinkle to everything. But we're getting some nice reborn on our Avenge 4 guys. So a lot of this stuff is working out nicely with the Recurring Nightmare. We might be able to find the 10% survival here. I'm not sure. Mama Bears are still big. I need to take out this Banana Slammer before these Mama Bears resummon too many times. Yeah, it's a little dicey. It's a little dicey. This can take out a Mama Bear regardless. We just need to attack into this Banana Slammer ASAP. Alright. We scam the Mama Bear, resummon, get the Recurring Nightmare back, take out the other Mama Bear while the other one isn't in play. Okay. Well, I really want to take out Banana Slammer before we crack into these horsies, but this is looking reasonable. I think I found the 10%er. Like I said, I'm going to have no time this next turn to figure out how this turn works, but we found the 1.4%er. Okay. Maybe the tracker just can't track all this, you know? Alright, I definitely want to get rid of Death Swarmer, cycle in the King, but we're in the finals, and how much time do I have? Is the rope already rolling? I'll grab this. I'll cycle this out. I'll grab this, but I'm not going to keep it. I'll make my Recurring Nightmare up to 15. Yep, we are already out of time. I think I'm just going to play another Sentry. Roll for a little bit. Alright, I'll grab this. Maybe I'll find the means to use it. And let's throw in 2 more rolls here. I should have played the Death Swarmer. No, it didn't make it in. Oh, that's such a scam. Oh well. Well, Pirate eats Recurring Nightmare. Alright, Pirate eats Handless Forsaken. Yeah, that's such a bummer. That's such a bummer, because they also take out my poisonous thing there too. Whereas I should have just had Handless Forsaken in there as a buffer. Drat. Alright, well they had Golden Papa Bear. Maybe I wasn't making it too far here anyways, but yeah, 100% loss. Oh well. Second place finish for my only game of the day. I'll say not too shabby. Maybe a little bit too taxing with the tracker that doesn't even actually do anything, plus streaming, plus the camera, plus all that. So maybe I'll have to tone it down for some future ones, but that's definitely a risk of the recurring nightmare, is just no time to shop. Mechano did some great work this game, as it basically just like felt like it had stealth for the most part in most of these combats, never got attacked into. Part of that's the resetting taunt of the Relentless Century, but honestly a pretty good game overall to be able to play this into a second place finish, but that is going to be where it ends for me. And False Idols. I don't know if I've seen this one. You only need 2 copies to make a minion golden, and instead of a triple reward, get a golden coin. We've got beasts, elementals, mechs, undead, steal a minion, take damage. That's probably what I'm going to go for. Just early econ rather than late game better econ. So let's kick it off with the Graveyard Shift. Kind of a pun there. Nice. I like it. So I'm going to try to stay open and stay flexible, because I think that has potentially been one of my problems before. And I don't know, do we ever on the second turn just buy 2 things because of Graveyard Shift? I can't imagine so, right? What else is available on tier 1? I'll just grab Risen Rider, I suppose. Can't really go too wrong with Risen Rider. Works well with some other synergies down the line as well. It's probably the most likely 1-cost card to make it into a final comp, other than like potentially a Noyatron, but probably still Risen Rider more. It's a pretty good role player in the late game. So I could buy 1 thing and then Graveyard Shift, but I'm up against the Ghost here too, so let's just level and not worry about it. If we had done that, then that means the next turn we have the cash to like level and then Graveyard Shift again. But then it is kind of like wasting a gold, like not leveling on curve is basically wasting a gold, because it makes future levels cost 1 more. And then we might not be able to level when we want later on, which means we just wind up Graveyard Shifting again, but still. Kind of interesting, but there's no... So if we Graveyard Shift into Elemental, we can sell both halves and then buy 2 things that cost... that are level 2, rather, and save ourselves some coin, but... there's only 1 level 2 thing in the shop, so we'll just wind up purchasing Elemental or Graveyard Shifting Elemental, buying the Death Swarmer, rolling, and I don't even think I'm going to wind up locking on to anything here. I'm just going to hang on right here. But this is why Risen Rider's good, because it's an undead. So we already got some things cooking here. Only 2 copies of something to make it golden is kind of interesting with Nerubian Death Swarmer, because it means the second one gives +2 attack. It means Elemental pairs off, and then you sell it and you get 2, and those things pair off immediately. So is it better to buy a Elemental? Alright, well here's a pair. Here's a pair. Awkward that we don't have more dragons to put these things onto. It's a lot of stats, but you can't even put the first one onto the second one. So I think I'm just going to do this and level and then replay this. But I think that was a good use of the graveyard shift there. Now all of my undeads have +3 attacks, so Risen Rider can probably grab a nice little 2-for-1. And the next plan here would be to add Rylic Metalhead and go crazy with Deathstormer. We can either find Metalhead or we can find a noob on level 4, so that's going to be a really high power spike. We could just level to 4 next turn. I probably don't want to go that wild, but a lot of the good stuff is on 4, so racing to 4 I don't think is ever terrible here. Yeah, we got a nice set of trades there and walk away with a tie. Can't be mad about that. So this and this are like pretty good things. I am seeing right now that we are up against the Ghost again already though. So I think what we do is we level and then just use our coin on the Spear Hide, because again, this thing can grab a 2-for-1. I think I like this. It's 3 life. We're losing a lot of life here early on. But I think this is a pretty strong board. Obviously, we don't need to be this strong against the Ghost, but I still feel like this is going to be a card that I will want going forward, so I'm happy enough to pick it up. Next turn, we've got the Graveyard Shift to give us extra econ. We've got Celemental to give us extra econ. Excuse me. So we effectively, if we count this as 3 gold, this is like 2 gold because it costs 1 to use. This is 2 gold, so we will have 12 gold next turn. So we can roll 3 times and buy 3 things. Hoping to find Metalhead. I'm not sure how aggressively I'll pick up Reanimating Rattler, but I definitely want a Noob and Soul Spitter as well. Rattler will eventually want to join the comp, but an early Metalhead is potentially... I mean, I don't want to get too carried away here, but it seems very good. I'll say that. I like Mechano-Tank as well, and I think I don't want to use the Graveyard Shift immediately in case we find like another Risen Rider that we can easily spend that on. Sore Loser, I think, is not super important. So I'll roll. Here's the Rattler, which is just another good build around. So this costs me 3. Sell. So right now this is worth 2 gold. This costs 3 gold, but gives me 2 gold back. I don't think that that's actually beneficial for me right now. Oh, maybe we just copy the second half of it and pick up the Reanimating Rattler. Yeah, I think this is probably good. Let's do it like this. And probably something like this. I think this is a really strong board. I love Scrap Scraper, but Mechano-Tank I was really impressed with Undead previously, and I think this is going to give me a lot of flexibility to roll for other things. It's good with Reanimating Rattler too, so now we could either find Banana Slamma, Sly Raptor, Metalhead, or a Noob, or Soul Splitter. That still works too. It gives this Reborn, which fires an additional Mechano-Tank. So all that seems pretty strong. Here we take out this or that for free. Both of those are pretty decent. Yeah, this is strong. 11, yeah. Got a lot of 4s on the board too. Might want to try to prioritize dealing additional damage, though. We don't have to freak about that just yet. That's right. I can grab a coin here if I want to. I don't even know if that's good. Okay, here's the Metalhead and the Banana Slammer. I'm going to grab both of those. It's actually the exact same thing. Sell this, get an elemental. Sell the elemental, sell the coin. Yeah, it's really the exact same thing. I mean, it's cute, but it's one less thing to sell. So I don't know. I don't think it does that much for me. Don't care about this. I think I'm looking for, like, I was going to say another Risen Rider. Okay, this is pretty cool. I forgot this will triple, but I pay 1 health for it, and then it just gives me a gold coin back, and then I can buy the Mechano-Tank. We can bank this gold for the future. I don't even know if I want to play this Banana Slammer yet. I mean, obviously it's very good, but I'd rather the Metalhead hit the... or I'd rather the Rattler hit the Metalhead, right? So I think I hold here. Let's do this. That way this can trigger before this gets into combat. A little bold here to play a minion down, but lets me trigger Metalhead, so seems fun to me. Oh, it is 2. It is 2 triggers. That's really good. I've been curious about this. I brought that up in my last video last week. Yeah, it's a very, very strong board. My undeads are getting +2/+2 a turn, and I'm interested in more Death Swarmers here. Interested in a Noob and Soul Splitter. I think I'm going to move into this. I'm going to hold on to Banana Slammer, because if I can... A lot of times I just like don't pick up the Banana Slammers and then I wind up regretting it. Curious if I level up here. I don't think so. I think I run out of coin. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to pick up Banana Slammers and deny the rest of the lobby Banana Slammers and then, like, I don't know, maybe move into it later on. I don't see why not. Alright, and then I got one more roll and pick up in short order here. Could just grab a Scarlet Skull. I don't hate it. For 2 life, then I just sell out of Rattler, play hand, and Scarlet. It's really strong. I'm also selling out of the Rattler, so I can almost just buy it. Or I can roll 1 additional time. Let's roll 1 additional time, try to find another Death Swarmer. Or Soul Splitter. Alright, this is going to cost me a little bit more life, but it is quite powerful. And then I'm going to make these things bigger so that they don't get scammed. Oh, now they can get hit by other Mechano-Tanks. It's probably fine, though. Surely we win this one, yeah? The Risen Rider's almost a little bit of a liability now because it means that my Rylek isn't getting attacked immediately. Ooh. Nasty. Dealing damage to my tank here. Not nice. But yeah, +4 attack every turn. This is going to get kind of wild, kind of wacky. It's funny because my health total is so low, but I'm probably the biggest streaker right now. Yeah, I felt like I had to be. So now I'm tempted to level up and find the... actually, Hungering Abomination could work here, but really Champion of the Primus was the thing I was looking at. And potentially some level 6 cats. So let's grab this roll. I will pick up a Death Swarmer as well, if given to me. I might as well grab this, huh? Cycle out Risen Rider. I don't think it's worth the 5 health, but I do think I wanted to drop Risen Rider anyways. That seems cool to me. It's only one time. Could have waited till I found Bran or something. But I don't know if I'm going to go for Bran super heavily in this one. I can trade my gold coin and 4 health for a Sly Raptor to go with this Banana Slamma. It's such a crazy comp to be like, yeah, I'm just hanging on to a golden Banana Slamma so nobody else can play beasts. It's kind of evil. Everybody's actually an undead this game, but I'm just gonna not let anybody play beasts. And like I said, if I find like more golden Banana Slammas, maybe we switch into it later somehow. But it seems hard to drift off of undead at this point. We'll see. We'll see. They've got a pretty large carbon copy. So this is a little spooky. You want to sell what you're buying. Fucking and flying. This is actually pretty nice with the undeads that were like just not big enough to clear my opponent's biggest stuff. Because then this put them all into undead range. Now I'm acting kinda illy. Wanna fuck the ones I envy, I envy. Good stuff. Doo-doo-doo. So here's a noob. Could certainly cycle out the Disco Shuffler at this point and put in a noob. Or do I want, like at this point, to just roll for better stuff? I could level up. I could find the Champion of the Primus. Both of those things seem like they might be a little bit more useful at this point than a noob, which now makes it even less likely that I'll hit Handless Forsaken with my Soul Splitter. So I'm going to keep rolling. Alright, well now I can grab this, which doesn't do that much. And really isn't even that good, is it? I mean, it only cost me 2 to get like a little bit more stats, but I guess the benefit of this is then I could add another handless to the board after. And that actually is worth it. Might just go for Scarlet Skull here. That's definitely worth 2 life as well. Alright, we'll use this here. I'm going to hang on to both of these for a second in case I find another Death Swarmer. Monstrous Macaw, I think, is overkill. Sell out of this. Roll 2 more times. I don't think this is important to triple. I really want another Soul Splitter. That's the main consideration here. Should probably use these blood gems on Death Swarmer to protect it from swipe effects, though I guess if it has the 50-50 to get reborn, then it's fine. Do we have the stuff here to take out Mama Bear and the rest of these undeadies? There's some big cubs. Yeah, this is a comp where the Mechano-Tank really isn't doing anything because it's just like putting things down to 1. So it's not changing any of this combat RNG, and looks like I still lose, but the numbers are adding up. You get enough triggers and it is actually pretty useful. So looks like we're in a decent spot here. We're going to lose this, but then their octopus doesn't get to gain any bonus stats on it, so we do actually take it there and hit my opponent for 9 down to 9. 0.1% we do lethal, 0.2% they do lethal. Kind of insane. I don't know how you get those numbers. I think we'll want to look to cut these 2 things pretty soon here now. So I think it's time to level up. Roll. This is very good. Maybe I do this so I don't get scammed here. I'm thinking about cutting both of these right now, though. Oh, I guess this is 50-50 to steal the Handless Forsaken. I kind of like the taunt one better. And then the other question is this worth 6 gold, or do I just like sell out of some stuff to get into it? Do I ever buy Hungering Abomination as well? Okay, let's try it. Take 5. Sell. Sell. Undead. Gold coin. Buy this. And we're going to put it here. This is getting hit by the zap, regardless if my opponents have a zap here. Ooh, Recurring Nightmare. Could get a little bit spooky. My stuff's bigger, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to come down to who summons more. And I think my Mechano might be pretty useful here. But Recurring Nightmare is going to be, like, impossible to battle through, right? We do get a reset here. They get a reset here, so it's about a wash. Just going to come down to how much value does Recurring Nightmare grab for them, and how much value does Mechano grab for me. Recurring Nightmare towards the back of the pack seems good for me. Alright, that resummons. We take out both Recurring Nightmares. And this is going to grab Taunt again here. And we passed this attacking again, right? Oh, okay. That is attacking again. It's very close combat. I think with that hit, we do win. 74% to win. Very unlikely to lethal. But we do hit for a sizable amount. 16 down to 8. It's about the middle of the road damage that we can hit for here. I might not love this. I might decide to put in some other stuff instead. Though, I guess if we can triple it, it can really, really scale. I have to feel like I should take another Mechano-Tank as well, if given the opportunity. Sister, when everybody's playing undead, how much does my health really matter? Risen Rider, I could honestly see being better than Hungering Abomination. Because then I'm more likely to get my trigger on here. Let's pick it up for 1 gold. That doesn't hurt. Okay. I think that was fine. Maybe I should put in Risen Rider, mostly to protect Mechano-Tank. This looks like it's not going to be a problem. My opponent has a few Divine Shields. My Murghul gets a free resummon, which is really good considering it was targeted there. We get to clear this Divine Shield for free with Mechano. That's kind of what we're going for. Alright, then it's gone. So, how much value can we still get? Well, it looks like if we trade 1 for 1 after clearing that Divine Shield, we do win this. So, easy enough. Not likely to be a kill, especially with that hit. We hit them for 13 down to 7. I think Risen Rider's going to go in just to protect our mech. Protect mech. So, I think the thing that I'm looking for the most here is... no, not really that. I mean, I guess I would take a Hungering Abomination. Triple. Okay, that's actually quite nice. Maybe I do... I mean, I feel like both of these are worse than Risen Rider. This is worth it, I think. I probably want to stop using my hero power pretty dang soon, but this still allows me to find a Hungering Abomination this turn. So I'm interested in this. And I think the game is passed too far to go for Upbeat Duo. But hold on 1 second here. 1, 2. I messed this up a little bit. But I want taunt on more things. Just give both of those things this. I don't think the Risen Rider can make it in at this point. Ooh, up against the mirror. The Restless Murgul might not have enough things in front of it. Ah, well, it got targeted there. Nothing to be done. We just are basically hoping this doesn't get targeted here, so that way I can scale up a little bit before the finals. Alright, shouldn't have said anything. Should have just kept my damn mouth shut. Recurring Nightmare's kind of strong here. So this has got 2 Nightmares in it. Are we gonna have the stats to clear this? I think so, because the Helping Hand is going to go down first, probably. So they might get 1 more Nightmare out of this, but now Hand trades off, and then Mechano-Tank gets to go off. Oh, sure. Alright. So that was a win almost every time, and now are we in the finals with Mechano-Undeads? Indeed we are. Up against Beasts. So I'm glad that we hate drafted the Banana Slamma. I will probably look to do that again. Like, I could just take Mama Bear here. That slows him down, right? Stops him from getting more Mama Bears. Do I want to trade out Hungering Abomination for just a Risen Rider at this point? Honestly, might want to. More summons seems like it could be really good. More room for the Murgul to do its thing. And Mechano-Tank. Alright, let's grab this. Let's throw this thing in here. I can just buy this thing. I probably want to take out this in a second. And my hand is full, so I'm not going to be able to use these blood gems, but hopefully this doesn't punish me too much. My opponent did find a golden Banana Slamma, but I hate drafted enough of their things there too that hopefully it doesn't matter. We're going to fire off a bunch of 5s here now. But we can never kill anything. The Enhancer is actually at its worst against this comp, specifically. Because these numbers are just too big and these numbers are initially too small. This gets to trade with anything and then resummon. And ideally take out Banana Slamma. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a toughie. We do take out the Banana Slamma eventually, but it does look like we probably die in the process, and it doesn't matter that we took extra damage here. We were dead to this board regardless. So, we tried, we hate drafted beasts, we knew that would ultimately be our undoing, but unfortunately it still undid me. Still a pretty good game here to grab a 2nd place finish, and I really like this guy when you have a Mechs Undead lobby. So, sweet game, but for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Luck's Given. Peace.